Hi, I'm Mayce.
And I'm Missy.
We're best friends
and business partners. And each week, we're going to bring you a quote that inspires us, and we're going to talk about it.
Join us as we break down our favorite impactful messages for leadership and share how you can apply them to lead with confidence and purpose.
Get ready for a fun and authentic journey into leadership, life, and everything in between. Well, hi, bestie.
Well, hey, bestie. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. It's good to be here with you.
It's always good to be here with you. It was so good seeing you recently and spending time in person. And then we have some upcoming trainings that we're so excited about that we will be seeing each other soon as well in person.
Yes, I do love it when we can see each other on Zoom every week. It's fun. I love recording the podcast, but there's nothing better than seeing you in person and spending time with my bestie.
I will agree. Well, this week we are joined by a friend that, oh my goodness, we have known for, I think, like a decade or almost a decade. Such an incredible person, like just such a great heart, an incredible friend, a phenomenal leader. We are so lucky to have him on the Let's Talk About It podcast today.
We are, and our listeners are lucky too. But today we are joined with the pleasure of having John Mejia. John, welcome.
Hello, friends.
Hello. My gosh, John, when we think about our history, we've been a lot together. We've been through a lot together, haven't we?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we are so excited that you're here. Our listeners are in for something special today. So thank you so much.
I mean, look at his fancy background.
I know. If you're not watching on YouTube, you might want to check it out on YouTube to see what a special setup John is got going. But John, before we share the quote, why don't you give our listeners some insight to who you are, what you're doing, maybe, talk about the book a little bit, and then we'll talk about it.
Awesome. First, thank you for the invite. Very happy to be here with you girls. I'm a impact mentor. When I say impact, I mean that convenience in between what I am and what I want to do for my clients, for the work, the seeds that I want to sow. And I'm a dog lover. You can see him, but my husky is in my feet. He wants me to pet him right now. I'm like, move, but he's right there. And the other one is looking at the door. I love helping people. I think that something that we share, that we have in common, is that we love how people shine and how we can help others shine. So when I received the invite for the podcast, it was like awesome. Yeah, we have really good memories. We spend really good time. So I'm very happy to be here and having this space to share with your audience.
Yeah, it's so great. You're just so special to us. So we're just thrilled that you said yes
it's
to
an
joining
honor.
us. Yeah,
it's an honor.
For sure.
And John, as you know, each week we share a quote with our listeners and we talk about it. And so this week, the quote that we're going to be breaking down with you is this one. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. And it was John Quincy Adams that said that. And John Mejia, this quote exemplifies you.
Yeah,
it
Missy,
exemplifies who you are.
It does, because as you were saying, like, dream more, check. Learn more, check. Do more, check. Become more, check. Leader. Like, that's how I felt when
you inspire others to do all of those things. And so when you hear this,
stop it. You
stop
make me blush.
But really and truly, John, when you hear this quote, what does it mean to you?
It's in the last few years, I've been working. I have my business, my coaching business, speaking business for 12, 13 years now. And something that I've been trying to establish when I talk about my branding is being coherent and congruent, right? These two values that I have, being
Love
current
that.
and congruent. And current is that I think and I feel the same way. Incongruent is that I talk and I do the same, right? So
Ooh.
it's four elements that I try to show up on my brand, to show up on my trainings, on my coaching with my clients, everywhere. So when I hear that quote, I think that you're talking about that, how I think, how I feel, what I say, and what I do.
Love
And
it.
if everything is the same, of course, the desire of achieving a goal will be the same of the result. So it's not just the action that you're taking, it's the desire of create the action or to take action, and the decision that you make before that action. So I love the quote.
No, it's so good. I think it's so you. But let us ask you this. What led you to want to help people in this way, like in such a way of being current and congruent? I love that. We love alliteration here. So
Yeah, we do.
that's special to us. So what led you to this?
Well, years ago, you know me. I was a little bit more round before, right? I mean, love to learn, right? Love to train others, love to help others, but being 142 pounds and trying to tell people to lead their lives where I wasn't leading my life, right? It wasn't congruent. It wasn't congruent. Telling to somebody to be their best version and not being my best version, it wasn't congruent. It wasn't congruent. I mean, I moved to United States in 1999. I had 21 years old. I was 21 years old. I didn't speak English. I still can't speak English. I have a strong accent. So one of my biggest fear was speaking, public speaking, in front of a camera, speaking to an audience, and I have to get better to be able to do that. That was one of my biggest achievement at the time when I start not letting that fear stop me, but letting that fear push me to be better.
Oh,
that is a goal. That is a mic drop, right? Because I think, we talk a lot about fear on this podcast because it is such a real, tangible thing for people. And I love that perspective, John, that you can say, okay, I have this fear, but am I going to let it hold me back, or am I going to push through it and push forward? It's always a choice. People get to decide. So I love that you said, no, I'm not going to let it hold me back. I want to do these things. And in order to do it, I have to overcome the fear that I'm having about it.
Yes, so good.
In that process, I mean, it wasn't always like that. In that process, I had to learn a lot of skills. I had to apply myself to a lot of things. And in that process, I was able to learn knowledge that was beneficial for other people. Right? So it wasn't fair. I mean, nothing is fair in life, but it wasn't fair for me to have all that knowledge and not sharing the knowledge with other people.
Right, to keep it to yourself.
Right. So I when I wrote my book, I create a path, or I put on the book a path where everybody goes. First is the personal growth. Everybody has to do personal growth. Everybody to overcome fears or to become your best version. But working on that personal growth is what is gonna give you the leadership. And the first person that you have to lead is yourself.
Of course.
So good.
A lot of people wanna tell others what to do. That's not leadership. Leadership is show them with your example. So you have to lead yourself first.
Yeah.
And that so you have personal growth, you have leadership, and then you have influence. That influence is when somebody see you doing what you want to do, achieving your goals, and they come and ask you, hey, help me out, teach me how to do it.
Yeah.
On sales, when you're selling something, that's influence.
Right.
First, they have to buy you first. They buy you. So when they buy me, they buy my result, they buy what I'm saying, they buying my congruent and my coherence, right? So
Yeah.
that's influence. So
Wow.
basically, when I start achieving my goals on my business, teaching people, I want to get to that level of influence. So to be on that level of influence, I have to lead myself fields, and I have to learn a bunch of skills and that make me better. Now, personal growth, I noticed that personal growth is when you want to develop an ability and a skill, or you want to learn something with the intention or achieving something else, achieving a goal.
Right.
It's not any knowledge. I mean, if personal growth were any knowledge, then TikTok, you do personal growth in TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, you know? So basically being intentional helped me to start growing, to start leading myself, to start influence others. So today I can turn around and say I am where I am is because I've been working on me, personal growth, leading myself, and helping others with influence.
So good.
That's what I
Okay,
do.
so this is a great segue then, talking about personal growth. It does require a lot of personal discovery, self-leadership. Do you find, as you're working with people, that they have to unlearn many things in order to become more?
Oof, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Maybe not the unlearning, because
Okay.
basically you are where you are because of the things that you learn.
Right.
So if you try to unlearn a bunch of things, basically you're erasing your past. And if you're erasing your past, you're changing yourself. So I don't see it like unlearning stuff. I see it like you moving yourself out of the way and allowing new knowledge, new skills, new experience for you to learn from those experiences.
So
I
not
love that.
unlearning as much as it is moving forward, changing, letting go of. Yes?
Well, I also think it's, go ahead, John.
Being more intentional with
Yeah.
with what you learn. Correct.
The repetitive theme here.
And I think, but I think too, it also has this level of self-awareness. Like,
Yeah.
I love what you said about not having to unlearn. That's kind of like a sigh of relief. Like, okay, I don't have to forget everything that I've done up until now. But really this awareness of, okay, and we've all three of us have heard this before, what I've done to get me to this point is not going to propel me forward.
Yeah.
So I have to start learning new things. I have to have awareness and an openness of some new things that are going to come down the pike to kind of shift me to get to where I need to go.
And I think when you're in that place, you're looking for it. Like once you discover that you can grow and change and become and do more and all of those things, you start looking for those opportunities. So, John, let me ask you, is there anything that you've recently had to move on from or change or let go of, like we were just talking about?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been traveling. I've been living on different cultures. I mean, my own culture, the Hispanic culture, and the American Anglo-American culture is different. So I have to experience different cultures. Even in my house, my wife is from Brazil, and even though she's also Hispanic, her culture is different than mine.
Yeah.
So I went to Mexico for a year, and their culture was different. I went to Europe for 2 months. I was living in Italy for a year and a half. The culture is different. So thinking that people do the same thing the same way everywhere is not easy. So just being able to emerge in a culture, learn from a culture, help me with that awareness. I mean, being patient. The bureaucracy on some of those countries when you do your paperwork. I mean, so on some places they don't care if you bring all your documents. In other places, they care if the digit is wrong, if the number is wrong. You have to make an appointment again, wait 2-3 hours, do everything all over. So being patient with different cultures and getting to know different people, different cultures, made me aware that not everybody learn or communicate the same way.
Sure.
So in the process of the first question that you made, how I teach people, why I do what I do, is being patient with myself. I'm very impatient.
Oh.
I'm very impatient. I know you guys, we want the results right away.
Of course, yeah.
But learning to be patient helped me with all the results that I have. But learning to be patient is a result of my level of awareness, like you say.
Yeah.
Personal growth give me the awareness, right? We've been in that industry of personal growth for years, for a long time.
Right.
And one thing that I can say, and you guys won't let me lie, is that we're not focused on the how, we focus on the why. And it's because of the level of awareness that we have.
Right.
Yeah.
If something come out to our mind, we're not thinking of how we're gonna make it. We're thinking of the why we're going to make it.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I do think, I mean, again, going back years, right? We've been in this industry for a long time, and some of our listeners, we suspect that all of this is new. And there are some people who will hang on to the how, because I used to be one of those people. And it takes a lot of work to move from the how to the why. But if you stay in that, I need to know how, it is going to take you, I don't even know. I couldn't even put a time on it, that much longer to get to your end result, because it isn't about the how. It's sometimes about the what and the why.
Yeah.
And that's where your past experience, your fears, your beliefs, all that start showing up and make you say, no, this is not for me. I'm not able to do this. It's because you're basically stuck in the how.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And
that's so valuable for
it really
someone
is
to hear.
If someone's willing to do the work, John, and we just talked about moving from the how to the why, or the how to the what, is there something else? If someone really wants results, they really want transformation, what else do you think that they have to either let go of or lean into? If they're listening and they're like, okay, I'm willing to do the work, I want results. John just shared, I have to let go of knowing how. Is there something else that they have to let go of? Is there something else that they really should lean into to get the transformation?
Right.
Great question.
Their current habits. Most likely their habits are going to change.
Wow.
Okay. Now, something that I start, maybe it's not long ago, I start for years, I was saying limited beliefs, right? Or limited beliefs. But oral beliefs are limited. So limited beliefs is like saying I'm going upstairs. So I'm going up upstairs. I mean, it's like repeating myself when I say limited beliefs. Oral beliefs are limited. Okay. So basically, our current beliefs is the limit that we have for any of our action, for any of our thinking. Our current beliefs, good or bad, are the limit that we have.
So our current beliefs are the limits.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's good, Mayce.
But how do you help people recognize the beliefs that are holding them back then?
Well, that's where you do an inventory of your beliefs, and you see which ones are working for you or not. And as you mentioned, you let go of the ones that are not working for you. I mean, you don't have to forget or unlearn the beliefs. You have to change it. You have to let them go. So basically, you change those beliefs. You change what those beliefs signify for you, basically. Right. So my parents got divorced when I was 3-4 years old. Right. So I want my family to be happy together for a long time, because I have the belief that the perfect family is always together. Is that serving me? Me and my wife? Yeah. So no reason for me to let it go. Right. But if the relationship with my wife was horrible, right, drama all the time, we don't respect each other, then that belief won't serve me.
Oh, yeah.
That belief won't serve me. That will be a limited belief for myself. Again, limited belief is like repeating the same word twice. Our current beliefs are our current limits.
Wow. So good. Okay. So you mentioned habits, John.
Okay.
Are there any daily habits or practices that you personally use or you would suggest to our listeners if they want to see more transformation in their lives?
Hey, bestie, can I be real about something? Leadership can feel lonely, doesn't it?
It can, especially when you're the one that everyone else is looking to for answers, but you've got questions of your own.
But we have a solution. We created Impactful Messages, a community for those who are built to lead.
It's a private space where real leaders can connect, grow, and get practical insight to lead with purpose.
That's right. There's no fluff, just real talk, real tools, and real people who, well, they get it.
That's right. And so if you're looking for leadership people, then this is your group. Come join us at www.inspiredpeopleinspirepeople.com.
Yeah. My kryptonite is always been taking care of myself.
Yeah.
Taking care of myself, exercise, food, resting, taking care of myself, my own being. That's been my kryptonite for a long time. So on those daily habits, right? You should be first. I mean, your medication.
And that's so rare. It's so rare that we put ourselves first. We see it as selfish, and yet.
But it's really the oxygen mask.
Yeah.
Right.
And we've heard from so many guests that'll say like that what you do to yourself first, right?
Yes.
You're not the first time we've heard this, but go ahead, talk more about it.
No, yesterday, my wife asked me to bathe my dogs, right? I had to, but I was tired. I did the grass. I did the stuff around the house. I was tired. I took a nap. And I rest and I felt great. In the past, taking that nap means I feel guilty because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I didn't do what I told my wife that I was going to do. It wasn't the end of the world.
Right. It actually wound up being better.
Right. I feel better afterwards. I took my nap, I rest, and it was great. It was great.
And you were probably more productive if you hadn't taken care of yourself in the first place.
So putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, that allows you to take care of others.
Yeah.
And if you take care of others, those others are gonna take care of others. Yeah. So it's a snowballing effect.
It's a ripple effect.
Start taking care of yourself, right?
I wanna backtrack just one second when you talked about taking inventory of your limited beliefs. How often do you think people need to do that? And what might that process look for someone? Because there are probably people listening that are like, I've never done that before. I don't even know what that means. So I would love to help them because it is so important, John. I mean, I think it's after self-care and part of self-care, quite frankly, recognizing and addressing those limited beliefs are so, it's life-changing. So how could we help our listeners recognize them and do that?
Right. Most of people create their goals at the end of the year, right? For the next year. That's normal. That's a lot of people do that, right? Mm-hmm. So we learn to focus on 5 areas of our life, right? Personal growth, right? Finance, my relationships, my own being, right? And spirituality. Those 5 areas. So if we start with those 5 areas, if I want to improve my personal growth, what do I need to do? I don't have time to read a book. I don't have time to go to a seminar. I don't have time to listen to a podcast. But I do have time to see a full series on Netflix.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Yeah.
So what are the habits that I have? Are those habits serving me? So if my goal is I want to lose weight, perfect. So that's my own being, taking care of myself, right? I want to lose weight. But I can tie that taking care of myself with personal growth. I can, at the time that I go on the gym, that I drive to the gym, that I'm in the gym or I'm walking, use my headphones and put an audiobook, a podcast.
That habit stacking.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, not any information is going to help me. But if I want to improve my finance, let's learn about finance. So personal growth on finance, improve my finance, and I can do it when I'm taking care of myself. So if you add those new habits to your goals, you're going to create an identity.
Yeah.
The identity of the person that you want to become. It's so easy to say I bad remember names. I'm not good remember any names. It's so easy to say I have a strong accent. I cannot speak in public. I cannot record a podcast. It's easy. It's a great excuse. And people are gonna say, yes, John, you have a strong accent. But either I do it or somebody is gonna do it. And I'm gonna be regretting not doing it before.
Yeah, we had a mentor. All three of us had a mentor at one time that taught us, and I don't think it was his idea, but he had said how you do one thing is how you do all things.
Yes.
And I love how, John, you tied it together. Like even the personal finance could go with the personal growth, could go with the how you feel about yourself, your physical self, right? So I just love that. I know before we start wrapping up, I did want to talk about one of the things that you offer your clients is a community. And Missy and I believe that connection is the core to leadership. So we want to ask you how important, obviously it's very important, but talk about the why. Why is community so important as you're looking to do, be, dream, become more? And then talk about the community that you offer your clients as well.
Amazing. Of course, right now, 98 of my audience is Hispanic, right? Only I work with a few people, English-speaking clients, but mostly Hispanic. The importance of a community is that you're gonna find like-minded individuals that are gonna help you grow, right? They can help you where you at. Maybe you learn from them because they are doing what you want to do, right? They already achieved those goals that you want to achieve, that you can ask them, right? For them. A community is going to help you not to do it by yourself. I mean, we talk about personal growth. Personal growth, you have to do it personally. That's why it's personal growth. Right. But the good thing is that you don't have to do it alone.
Yeah.
Right? You can do it on a community. You can do it with mentors. Now, a community is really important because for my clients, the community that I created, I manage my own community. I don't allow to sell Bitcoin or anything like that. Nothing. I mean, it's an open community. Everybody can write things. Everybody can open, can share. But of course, if they're gonna share something, people get offended really easy.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, more nowadays.
You want it to be an add value to someone, right. Not a, hey, I'm selling Bitcoin or something.
Right. So on my own community, I do free trainings. I do free coaching sessions. I add a lot of value. I mean, having a community is not easy. It's hard. It's hard work. It's hard work because you have to look out for everyone in the community.
Sure.
Not everybody is gonna be active all the time. So if you have 300 people in a group and only 5 people participate, that doesn't mean that the other people are not reading your comments.
Right.
But you have to serve the whole people in the community.
Yeah. Right? I think it's so important too, John, because if we all just, everybody that's listening, if you just think about the people that are in your circle, so to speak, if you're somebody who is pursuing growth and you are trying to become a better version of yourself and inspire others and dream more, learn more, do more, and be more, very often that's a silo. Because most people are just going through the motions of life, right? Mayce, you always say that quote about if you look around and you don't have people who are supporting you and cheering you on, you don't have a circle, you have a cage. And I feel like what you're saying, John, is we have to search out those communities to help us grow. Yeah.
And there is going to be a community where you're part of that community, where you're growing. and there is a community that you grow in the other people in that community.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's what makes it
and
work.
you get. Yeah.
Right.
That's what makes it work.
Good. So good.
If you're a coach, if you're a trainer, you're a speaker, you need to have your own community.
Of course.
You need to grow your own community. It's a lot of work because you have to add value all the time, right? You have to be patient. On my community, I'm always 2, 3, 4 times per week. I'm participating on the community, right?
Yeah.
But at that point, when I launch a new training, when I launch a new product, my community is the people that know me and believe me. So they are the first clients that I have.
Yeah.
Of course, I have a special discount for the community, and they take advantage of that. So if you're developing your business, you need to have a community.
So good.
It's not enough. My fan page in Facebook, that's not a community. A group in Facebook, that's not a community. Community is a place where you can really talk to them.
Love that.
You can engage with them.
Love that. Well, listeners, it's time to segue into our big takeaway for the week. And Mayce, there were a lot of them, but what's the one thing our listeners should take away from this episode?
If you only take away one thing from this episode, let it be this. True leadership is not about status or success. It's about sparking transformation in others. When we show up with intention, integrity, and belief in other people's potential, we are able to empower them to dream bigger, learn deeper, act bolder, and ultimately become more of who they were meant to be.
Yeah. And I would also say, transformation doesn't happen in isolation. It's what we were just talking about. It happens in connection. And so real growth really begins when we walk alongside others with presence and empathy and intention. Yes. Being a guide and a mentor, or even a mirror for someone else, is one of the most powerful ways to lead and also to evolve ourselves in that process.
This has been so good, John.
We knew it would be.
We knew it would be. We cannot thank you enough for saying yes and really adding so much value to our listeners. So if our listeners want to stay connected with you, if they want to join your community, how can they do that?
The easiest way is going to my Instagram or my Facebook. You find all the information there. My Instagram is John, John, B as in boy, Mejia, Mejia. That's my Instagram. You find all my information, all my trainings, my community, everything in there.
And we're going to put it in the show notes too, so that everyone
they'll be able to click and go. So, John, as we wrap up, we ask all our guests this question, but what is your favorite leadership quote?
It's a lot. There is a lot of quotes. So if you let me pull out my book, my favorite quote is that you cannot give to someone what you don't have. You teach what you know, but you produce what you are.
Oh, you teach what you know, but you produce what you are.
That is so good. Well, listeners, we want to hear from you too. Do you have a favorite leadership quote? Send it our way, and we might spotlight it on a future episode.
Thank you so much, John. And listeners, we'll be back next week with another quote and more leadership insights. And you know what we're going to do?
We're going to talk about it. Bye, John.
Bye, John. Bye, Bestie. We want to thank you for listening. If you're enjoying this podcast, please show us some love by clicking the 3 dots to download the podcast. Leave us a 5-star rating on your podcast app and talk about it with other leaders to help them find the show from any of the major podcast apps. We'd love for you to follow us on social media too. Mpactful with an M _ messages on Instagram and Mpactful Messages on LinkedIn.